What's up? This is going to be a real quickie stream, if you know what I'm saying. Because I got to go in a half hour to yoga and work. What up, ACDC workout? Shout out to SCVID show for the Chandler doll. And it looks like that's a Statue of Liberty hat on her head. Ironic that she's from New York. Hey, I can't control what people send me. So, SCVID show. Of course, I know his real name, but we won't put him on blast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, the caffeine's kicking in. Caffeine's kicking in. What up, Justin? We're trying to find the right angle here. There we go. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't believe anyone is streaming in particular right now, so we'll just do a nice, tight 30-minute stream. Who knows? Maybe 30-minute streams are the wave of the future. We got the Avalanche and the Maple Leafs tonight. That's a big game. Breaking news, Jack Ruby allegedly met with Lee Harvey Oswald at a nightclub weeks before JFK was killed. Interesting. Very interesting. We don't do the Jesus talking here, man. I have to take yoga to cleanse my mind from all the shitheads I deal with in comedy. So I appreciate you guys being a part of the journey of the Earl world. All right, Coca, you're out of here. We don't do the Jesus talk. No, you guys aren't shitheads, Mr. Sudbury. It's the people in stand-up comedy. Yes, they did release my family documents, and I'm probing into them a page at a time. And I will let you know what my conclusions are. But it's like 2,000 pages, so it will take some time to read. I mean, 60 years later, I think it's time. I mean, it's definitely not too soon. I'm more concerned about who the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback is going to be frank. So that is really the more pressing issue of the day for Earl Skakel. Yes, don't consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Blast into the like and subscribe button. Lois is sleeping in her dog bed right now. She sleeps a lot, but that's okay, because if she ain't coughing, that's all I care about. What's up? What's up, my Grecian buddy? Happy hump day to the Earlverse. So, got a big meeting tomorrow with a manager to move Skakel to the next level. I will keep you guys posted. What up, Drunken Donuts? Always a pleasure. I am good. Janine Lomax. I thought for a second there that might be some weird sexual name like my favorite name in my stream, Connie Lingus. I can never. Yes, Lois is doing quite well. I mean, she coughs. She's interrupted my sleep pattern because at about 7:30 a.m. she coughs a lot, and that's her way of telling me I got to go pee pee. So, I mean, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Yeah, where are the likes? Come on, people. Well, I don't have any people right now, Moses. I'm a one-man soldier, which explains why I only have 17 people in here. But, I just released a nice, funny reel on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, check it out there. And, good things potentially could happen. This guy is a manager who can make phone calls and they get picked up on the first ring. So thank you, Just Jen. I appreciate your commenting on it too. I don't know how comments work on Instagram in terms of on YouTube, like a lot of people comment on a video, I think it signals to YouTube that people like the video, so it gets in the algorithm. I don't know if the same is true on Instagram. So, but I'm going to start putting, one time I'm going to start putting more footage on Instagram. Instagram seems to be the hot, like where the industry goes. I don't know if agents and managers look at YouTube. I mean, I'm sure they do, but I think Instagram, they're all on Instagram. Not every agent and manager is on YouTube. So I did bring Lois with me, Moses, on stage once. I had brought her. She used to have horrible separation anxiety, and she would destroy the apartment. You wouldn't think a dog this little could destroy an apartment, but Lois is a real grifter, and she's very savvy. I mean, one day she was on the kitchen counter behind me because she pushed my computer chair into the kitchen, climbed on the chair, and got onto the counter because she knew that's where the snackies were. So I put her in the green room of the main room at the Comedy Store. There's 2 rooms in the green room. I put her in the second room, figuring that even if she barked, you couldn't hear her on stage. 10 minutes into the set, she's barking so loudly, it was disruptive. So I brought her on stage. She went right to sleep. She's no joke, that dog. But now I can leave her home alone for about an hour and a half before she starts acting out. The letter will be read at the appropriate time. That's all I can say. Well, I walk her, like I will take her for a quick walk before yoga. So, I mean, she's very good at not going into the house, especially for an older dog. What do you mean, John Toomey? I don't know what George Carlin said. And he probably was right. Even without you referencing anything, I would agree with you that George Carlin was right on most things. George Carlin was really ahead of his time. He was too real. There's not very many comics like that today. They're all full of shit. And, he really was a comedy prophet. And he was nice to me the one time I met him at the Hermosa Magic Club. I was on an earlier show, and he was just in the green room by himself. And I walked in. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's like, "Come on in, son." One of the few comics that I'm younger than. And I don't really remember what he said, but I just remember, oh, man, I'm talking to the greatest comic of all time. And he's so nice. And then, of course, the friend I snuck in to watch him left after 10 minutes to go hunt for some pussy on the pier. And that's when I thought, okay, not every comic is going to get every audience member. So, if you can walk out on George Carlin, you could probably walk out on me. I mean, I think so. Holtzman is the real deal, no doubt about that. You talk about no fucks given. He's into combat comedy. What up, Ethan? Just doing a quick stream before I have to leave to go to yoga. I mean, with Holtzman is very much like, well, yeah, this guy probably did get laid that night. He's very much like Kiss. You either love Kiss or you don't like them at all. There's nothing in the middle. Uh, okay, I don't know what that means. You asked that question a couple days ago. You got to write some new material, bro. Thank you, Ethan, very much. The subs help me more than the money. The money, honey. So, but I mean, like with Kiss, you don't get people usually. I mean, of course, there's already always one or two people. Yeah, they're okay. It's either they're the greatest band of all time, or yeah, they're not good. So, I mean, early Kiss was great because they were fucking hungry. You listen to those first three albums and really Kiss Alive, which is what broke them. There's a hunger there. Like, hey, man, we're not going to make it. We got to put everything into these albums. I mean, I think the first year and a half, Kiss put out 3 albums of original material. That's unheard of. But yeah, I grew up with them too. I think their manager at the time, Bill Aucoin, was just like, hey, man, we're going to put out the first album. If it doesn't sell, let's put out a second album. That doesn't sell, put out a third album. And the first 3 albums didn't really sell that well. Not very well at all. They were getting no radio play. And their manager, Bill Aucoin, was like, hey, you guys are a live act. You're not the greatest musicians, but you are a live act. Let's put out a live album. And that's what broke them. What up, William Zoom? We're just doing a quick stream before I go to yoga. I mean, I don't know about that movie idea. Yeah, I mean, Kiss took makeup and costumes to another level. I mean, they were not the first band to use makeup. I mean, you had the New York Dolls, you had Alice Cooper, David Bowie. Um, even like the Beatles kind of wore costumes, if you will. And I mean, not many bands wore suits like that. Um, well, Johnny, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but I don't watch the Transformers. I've never seen one movie. Um, yeah, I mean, Kiss Alive was. I hope I don't break your heart. It wasn't really a live album, but that's all right. Every band does it. Because if you listen to the vocals on Kiss Alive, really any Alive album, Frampton comes alive, Kiss Alive 2. I mean, the vocals are perfect. There's no way you can record a live concert and not hear the singer panting for air, especially Paul in those days when he was running around all hopped up. But yes, it was good. I mean, the live version of Rock and Roll All Night was really what saved them. I mean, they probably were going to call it quits if Kiss Alive didn't sell like 3 or 4 million records. And then you had Double Platinum, which was probably a little early to do a greatest hits album, but they did it. And then you had Kiss Alive 2, which I like better. But that was a clearly hodgepodge live album. I think they took songs from 4 different shows. So what up, Todd? Kiss Alive 2 just had that energy of, you could tell that was the album where they started making money. And they were like, fuck yeah. Yeah, I do like Making Love. That is a good song. I just heard what the girl said. Why? I really want her by my side all night long, doing things that you gotta do. Come on, baby, don't leave me sad. You're good looking, the best I've had making love. I also like Ladies Room. Yeah, press the like and subscribe button, you tax cheats. You should do the David Lee Roth movie for your special. Dress an orangutan exactly like you, and have him on the seat on the stage and never acknowledge it until the bow at the end. I'd like to do that with a guitar. I'd like to bring out a guitar, wear it the whole special, and then never play one note. And it would have no strings. Do you think Degrassi was racist? I don't know who that is, disabled. Ladies in Waiting is good. I like Ladies Room Please meet me in the ladies' room. You can't, honey, you can't leave too soon. I never watched the TV show Degrassi Junior High. Wasn't that a Canadian show? I mean, I got it on Black Diamond's a great song. I like the build up to it. Yes, 100%. No strings. Hey, speaking of relationships, shout out to SCVID show for my Chandler doll. And something I just realized is that's an Empire State Building hat on her head. This doll's from New York too. The name of my comedy special would be. I've dated a yoga instructor before. Woo! The positions. Um, Nothing like doing downward dog and being in another human at the same time. Shock Me's a great song. What would the name of my comedy special be? I would want even the name. I did. Trust me on that one, Brian. Thank you. EA Sports. It's in the game. The name of my comedy special. I don't know, but it would be something that would draw you into watching it. I would be trolling other specials. We don't do the tarmac jokes in here. What up, Ray? Do I get along better with the doll or the real Chandler? Well, right now the doll. But thank you. That's the man. He's outing himself. SCVID show. I know his real name, but we don't do real names in this stream. I mean, it would be something like that. It would be like, because basically, I would want the name of the special to let it be known that I don't think any comedy special is special. You know, it can't be too long. It's going to be quick, one or two name special. But I would want people to let's say it's on Netflix or YouTube. I mean, both. There's a lot of there's a lot of specials on both. So you got to stand out even with just the name and the cover art. I think would be funny. Grange, $2. What's your favorite British comedy show? It ain't even close, baby. Benny Hill. Benny Hill. Yes. I mean, yes, that's Earl the Sting mask and the Chandler doll right there. I mean, she's okay. I don't really know enough about her comedy to go, she's great, she's not great. So, I'm trying to think. Wow, you got me stumped. Maybe a play on my name. That's a good one. I'll have to think about that. You know, the funny part is the easiest part's going to be doing the hour. You know, so a special. Basically, I want to just in the title alone go, hey, this special's actually special. So, yeah, Unleashed in the East. I'll just rip off the Judas Priest title. And then the cover of the album would be a dick pic, my dick pic, with whatever logo of the network blocking out my weenie. I mean, people would go, what the fuck is this? Like, that's what I want. I want to shock people into watching it. But obviously, I also want people to stay for the jokes. Yeah, I mean, something like that. I mean, that might be a little too long, but Or maybe I'll just put the Michael Skakel documentary, and then it's just my special. Just totally bait and switch people. Um, yeah, I mean, well, ultimately, it's about the jokes. You don't want people to tune in for 1 minute and then tune away. So, um, I thought about that Zoom. The first it would be the first naked comedy special, but you can't put it on YouTube. I think the little blur thing by the weenie would be too distracting after 5 minutes. Um, but I actually thought about that. Um, and I don't think that Netflix would be down for that idea. Um, Michael, we don't do butt sex talk in here. This is a comedy stream. But to answer your question, I'm very concerned. Yeah, I mean, so it will be done this year, and it will be. Um, yeah, I mean, there's all kind. It will be special in every way, and just I hate to be like belating the same point, but I want it to be special. Hey, who knows? Maybe, but I'm too lazy to do OnlyFans. Like, I'm not gonna, like my one friend, she makes a lot of money, but it's different for girls than it is a guy. But I do think that OnlyFans is kind of uncharted territory for a guy. But I want to be known for my stand-up, not being a 56-year-old male OnlyFans freak. I mean, that's a lot of people, Carmine. Um, but wouldn't it be great to have my dick pic on a billboard on Sunset? What about Charles Fleischer? I thought yeah, he was just too weird for people. I've met him a few times. He's so fucking bizarre. Like, he is bizarre. And I'm sure, like, he's funny enough to have a nice long career in stand up, but I'm sure it was like executives, managers, and agents were like, we're not dealing with this shit. Um, yeah, I mean, that I've already done the Burt Reynolds post, something like that, with a catchy title. Yeah, we don't do Diddy references in here. So it's believe me, I've put a lot of thought into this special. Uh, no, I would never go to the WrestleMania roast if I wasn't on it. I mean, I should be on it. I mean, I'm like, but I'm probably not a big enough name, and I'm sure if Jeff Ross will eventually be involved, he would tell Tony, "No, I'm not doing it if Earl's not." And Tony plays the game better than anybody, so that's fine. What up, Iris? What up? Just gonna do a few more minutes here. We'll do 5 more minutes. Well, I mean, 100% Johnny Lamb. For people wondering what the all caps rule is, there's only one poster who can do all caps, and that's Peter Chickenman Brennan. And then any Jeff Ross insults can be in all caps. Um, so we don't do the gay talk in here, Michael. You seem real horned up about gay stuff. If you're in the closet, that's fine. I don't judge. What I do judge is having 24 people in here and only having 16 likes. You guys all better be subscribers. Um, I did think about trolling Jeff in some way on the special. JRS Productions, Jeff Ross Sucks Productions. Michael, we don't do the gay talk in here. Go to the Dabbleverse for that. Um, I mean, please, you guys are unbelievable. I mean, some of you have come out of the closet in the middle of my stream. TV Land presents Earl. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do that title. I'm trying to think of some other funny names. Um, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, good things are coming. Do you know Scott Bowser? Of course, I know Scott Bowser. I believe he's in Las Vegas right now. I would start the special. Yeah, but I would say I would have to have the footage from Comedy Central. Lois is sleeping right now. She's sleeping so heavily right now that when I leave to go to yoga, she won't even notice. Um, yeah, that would be funny if I did, but like the first like couple minutes was just me cutting a promo. I'm gonna assume the special's not gonna air on Comedy Central, so I could really rip into them. I don't really care, obviously, about working with Jeff ever again, so I could rip into him. And then that would be funny, like the real roast master. Well, thank you. I am. You have to pay. 100%. You'd have to. You can't just pull footage from Comedy Central and use it. Uh, we don't do old school Comedy Store talking here, Grange. Well, actually, you super chatted me. Never mind. We can do that. Comedy Central does not show comedy anymore. I mean, yeah, they're pretty much just fucking, South Park and movies and whatnot. I mean, uh, who is the biggest jerk for? Absolutely, Jeff Ross. It ain't even close. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's so many things that I want to put in this special. The special might only end up being 5 minutes if I just start roasting LA comedy. What we don't do is boring. I don't know. Michael, go back to the gay talk. You're not very funny when you're just trying to play it straight. And I'm only going to be on this stream for about another 3 minutes. So also, well, that's not on Jeff. Or it might be. Basically, I don't get residuals from Roast Battle. So it's on ComedyCentral.com. It's on Paramount Plus, which is why I don't tell people, hey, go watch my battles. Like you can if you want, but I don't get a nickel out of it. I make more in super chats. I've made more in super chats in the last year than I have on Roast Battle. Think about that. Um, oh, yeah, you tell them I am. I like it when the chat turns on each other. That might be longer than Michael is here. Hello. I'm really not bald, to be honest with you. It's a good head of hair for 56. And I'm certainly not weak. And just know this, that when this stream ends, I get to hop into a $70,000 car and take yoga and come back to my $1 million condo. I doubt you're doing any of those things. Now, you've been nice for 30 minutes, Michael. I've tolerated your gay stuff for 30 minutes. You haven't chipped in $1, you cheap fuck. And now you start turning on me. You wonder why good comics don't stream much. You're one of the reasons. Yeah, you tell them I am. Yeah, I'm RoboCop strong, 100%. I don't drink coffee, so I'll go with. I would recommend hot tea or a nice cold energy drink. Let me suck the last remnants out. Not really. Look at that hairline. I mean, I would love to see what you guys look like, you fucking losers. I am the boss here, bitch. Because you want me to prove that I'm the boss, Michael? Fuck off. You're gone. I beat Zoom to the punch. Well, I don't know if I'm the best YouTuber in the world. We'll go to 32 minutes because it's my favorite football player, O.J. Simpson. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm too lazy to drive to Vegas to troll Tony and Jeff, but, thank you, Pinnacle. I mean, for 56, that's a strong hairline. Um, yeah, I mean, I got no tolerance for this guy. I would, I think YouTube should make a rule that anyone who criticizes another person's looks, their picture gets brought up on screen instantly. I mean, is it the hairline I had when I was 20? No, but it's pretty close. I mean, I have a big fucking forehead, no doubt about that. But, I would love to see some of you guys headshots. Probably make a train take a dirt road. Yeah, I don't tolerate it anymore. I mean, the guy was unfunny for 30 minutes. I tolerated it. I didn't block him or ban him. I can't. So, no, I'm 56, born September 17th, 1968. 30 more seconds, guys, and then I got to go, babies. So the next walk, probably tonight. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, some people, hair. My dad was, he had like the Gene Hackman hairline. And then my mom had beautiful hair, like fucking wavy model hair, thick. So I think they say you inherit your mom's hair, like in terms of like. So I'm happy with my hair. Do I wish I had a little more? Maybe, but I got enough. So yeah, 100%, my Grecian friend. Yeah, no problem. All right, so I gotta go do yoga. I gotta try and sneak out without Lois hearing me. We'll end the stream on a little vision of loveliness. She's the best. She's just chilling right now. Oh, she knows we're talking about her. She is watching me. She is the love of my life. And as annoying as she is, what up, Shandy girl? I love her very much. She is a pretty smart girl. She's configured the blanket to her specifications. Sour milk, what up, baby? So for you guys wondering how you could help me, I don't have the best life, but I got a pretty good life. You always want more. You're conditioned to always want more in my business. You get on a TV show, you want a movie. You get on a movie, you want a development deal. You get a development deal, you want points on your next project. You're never satisfied. So, I try and be happy with what I have and be appreciative of what I have. And, that's about it. So, a lot of you guys and girls ask, Earl, how do we help you? We don't want to give you money because times are tight. And I respect that. It is a tough economy right now. But what you can do is go on my X and on my pinned tweet. Yesterday, I think I did the Shane Doan roast, and a few of you retweeted that. Let's answer this call. Hello? Hello? For third time's the charm. Hello? Hello? But this is a great phone. See, what they don't know is I have caller ID. Let's troll this motherfucker. So I don't like giving out people's numbers, but because they were spamming me, that's how it works. I'm not doxing. Grange, have you turned on me? All right, I apologize. Don't dox the guy. Now Grange made me feel bad. Yeah, they called me, and then they hung up on me. They were spamming me. Okay, I love you too. Let's call him back one more time. Yeah, I don't do the doxing. Yes, the number is public. William Zoom has now become my attorney. Oh, I've got to register for yoga. See, you guys are benefiting from my. We'll go to 40 minutes, then I got to scoot. Yeah, I don't believe in doing the doxing. Let me see here. Wednesday, 4:30. Yes. All right. Well, no, you have to register for your class. No, Grange is cool. Grange is cool. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. Sorry, I came in hot on that guy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. See, that's the power of the Earl stream. You come at me, my fans give me information, and I'm what you call in the comedy world an information gatherer. That's why very few people wanted me to roast battle. They didn't want to roast battle me because they know I go hard in the paint and I find out everything about my opponents. How much is a yoga class? Well, you just pay by the month. It's like $185 for unlimited. So I take about 15 classes a month. So it works out. I mean, I don't think I'm going to take that advice for a special. Well, that guy said, hello, is this Earl Skakel? And he said it like 2 times. I said, okay, third time's a charm. Let's get it going. I'm a busy man. I'm doing a stream to 23 people right now. Well, I don't like harassing people, but if they started, I don't. Is this Al Franken's brother? You think I'd have 22 people in here if I was Al Franken's brother? I'd have less. Hello. All right, you guys, I got to go. Earl Skakel in the Earlverse. Getting back to what I was saying right before. So let me go on my X. Let's put the X in sex. Love's like a muscle and you make me want to flex. If you go on my X, my pinned tweet right now is my Shane Doan roast set. If you guys want to share or retweet that, that would be lovely. And now I'm going to make my pinned tweet the Hulk Hogan sex tape joke. So you could retweet that or both. Listen, if Netflix sees enough people tweeting about me, who knows? It's a long shot. And like if Jeff Ross is involved in the roast, I will not be on it. That is for sure. But you never know. And yeah, I probably will stream a little bit more later. Hold on, I got to do something right here. And listen, every little bit helps. Um, might not seem like a lot to you guys, but if 5 or 6 people retweet one or both jokes, it's you never know who sees it, and all it takes is for one person to go, oh, that would be a good idea to have Earl on. I think he likes wrestling too. But I don't know if I would say me and Tony. I mean, we're friends, I guess, but um, I don't know. Like, I don't think he owes me anything in terms of that. So, um, it would be nice to get on it, but it's not going to make or break your career. All right. Earl Skakel, over now.